Hey guys, this is JacVapour here from planetofthevapes.co.uk, and today I wanted to do a review of a product I received free of charge from JacVapour.com, and that is the JacVapour V1P PCC kit. So what I'm reviewing today is something called a PCC kit, or a portable charging case kit. The reason I'm reviewing this is actually because I contacted JacVapour to ask some questions about the kit, because I was interested in buying one, because basically, although I've been using electronic cigarettes for a year, vaping for a year, I find it a bit awkward to walk around in town carrying something like that. Even something like an Ego style battery with an atomizer on top is still pretty big, and for me can be a little bit awkward. So I wanted a device that I could carry around, use out in public, and not feel too self-conscious about that fact, because as much as I'm not bothered by vaping, I do find that you get some odd looks from people when they don't know what you're using. If they think they see you with something like the stick mod from e-cig Workshop, and they see that and think that you're, I don't know, smoking some sort of bong or something. So I was after something that was a little bit more user-friendly in that respect. So I asked about this when I emailed the company to ask a few questions, and they offered to send me one free to review. So what do you get when you get one of these kits in the box? So for the standard kit, you will, inside the box you'll receive a business card from JacVapour.com, which also has some nice information about the fact that you can use electronic cigarettes where you're unable to smoke as a result of the smoking ban, that sort of stuff. You also get inside the kit the portable charging case, which is this here. This finish is a gloss black, but you can also get it in a gloss white, and I think you can get it in a matte black as well. So the portable charging case has a battery built into it. It's a 1200 milliamp hour battery. So you basically charge up the case, and then you can use that to charge up the batteries of your electronic cigarette. It opens with a nice sliding action, so it's kind of just like that, and you can see inside the case there is a complete electronic cigarette stored there, and there's also a second battery. Now in the standard kit you only get one of these batteries. You have to buy the extra one for another £8 or £9, I believe, possibly a little bit more. And also in the box you will get a set of coloured rubber bungs, which you can use on the end of your cartomizers. You should also get a alternative coloured tips for the batteries, because you can actually change the colours of those. So you have a white LED built in, and then you can change these plastic covers and it will glow a different colour. And you also get information on how to actually use the case, a little card there, in terms of how to use it, how to charge a battery in it. And you should also get a pack of 5 cartomizers. And in addition to the case, I should say, you get a mini USB lead for charging it, the case itself, so you just plug it into the case there and plug it into your USB port, and the lights on the back will light up, these small lights here, a row of these, and when they're fully charged, the case is fully charged, you'll get 5 lights. If you ever want to check the status of the charge of the case itself, you just press it once and you get green flashing light, and they'll light up. So in a similar way, if you've ever used a MacBook that has the 5 lights, this has the same sort of system. Now internally inside the case, as I said, there's an entire cigarette here, which I'll just take out, and then at the bottom is the point where you attach your electronic cigarette batteries to charge them up. So all you do, it's actually, you can see it's very slightly hinged, so you raise it up, stick the battery in, twist it round, put it back down, shut the case, press and hold the button down until the lights start flashing, which it's doing, and it's now checking the charge of the battery that's inside here. And if the battery was needed charging, it would turn red. In this case, it stayed green because that battery is fully charged. So that's what you get inside the case. As an optional extra, as I said, you buy the second battery as an optional extra, and you can also buy a mini USB charger so that you can have one battery charging on that and one battery charging in the case if you want to. So that's just a case of screwing it into that as you do, plug that into your USB, jobs are good. I've been using this now exclusively for a week, believe it or not, as my only vaping device when I go to work, because that's kind of really what I wanted it for, is when I'm at work and I'm going to and from work, and then using everything else at home. And I have to say, I've been pretty impressed. I don't use cartomizers very much, or I haven't done for a long time, but I've started using these particular ones with the JacVapour kit. I should say that the JacVapour cartomizers and atomizer connections on the batteries are 808 connections and not 510 connections, so they are different to what has really become the standard in vaping. But actually, I don't think that's a bad thing, because these are really nice cartomizers. They're better than 510 cartomizers that I've used, Bogues and Smoke Tech cartomizers and the like. I found these actually are really nice because they have a bottom coil, so at the base of the cartomizer, which means that you don't get any dry or hits, or I haven't, as long as you top up the cartomizers. So what does it vape like? Well, it's actually, for a small cig-a-like electronic cigarette, it's pretty good. It's only a 150 milliamp hour battery, and it's a standard resistance carto, but it's pretty good. So that's one of the that's a brand new cartomizer from the 5 that I was sent. I've saved that one for this review, and that's got a tobacco 18mg strength in it, PG based e-liquid, so that's pure PG. And you can see it still produces a decent amount of vapour. It's an automatic battery, so it's just based on your own inhaling, and actually it's a really nice automatic battery. I found that it doesn't go off if you just shake them, and tapping on the top, it doesn't light up, whereas some of the old cig-a-like batteries that I've used in the past, they would do, but this doesn't. So yeah, it's very good. And actually what I found is that because I haven't used the JacVapour e-liquids before, I thought I'd try it with my own e-liquid. So when I emptied one of the cartomizers, I refilled one of them with pipe sauce from E-Pipe Mods, which is a really nice 100% VG e-liquid. So it's heavy VG content. I assume it is, they don't say on the site, but it's really thick vapour, and you can see. So this is one of the standard cartos that came with the kit, just refilled with pipe sauce and with my own drip tip on it. So you can see you get loads and loads of vapour from it. So the cartomizers are really good. Battery life, it's only 150 milliamp hour battery, so it's not great. But that's where the PCC case is really useful, because you can use one battery and have the other one on charge all the time. So actually, although your battery life is only probably two hours. If you're using it regularly, even less than that. Or not regularly, but chain vaping it, then you'll get even less than that. But I've found that actually while I'm at work, I've not got to the point where I've actually used this battery before the other one has been fully charged. So in that sense it's great. I really like this kit. I would have bought it, and I would have been quite happy to have paid the full price that I've got up on the screen for the kit. But it wouldn't be the only vaping device I'd have, because it's great for when you're at work or when you're out and about, but when you get home and you actually are vaping more heavily, I don't think actually this would kind of cut it in terms of battery life. You would start draining one battery before you charge the other. So I would definitely say that you would need to have another device that you'd probably use at home. But all in all, I think it's actually a really nice kit. The finish on everything is really good. You know, the case itself is really nicely finished. It feels kind of chunky, nice solid metal construction. I don't have any kind of concerns. I have dropped it a couple of times already in a week, and it still functions fine. The e-cigs themselves, this matte black finish is actually kind of slightly rubberized. It's nice and tactile. You can get the batteries in a white colour, and you can also get them in a brushed stainless steel version. And there's just some nice touches to this. You know, the interchangeable LEDs. So if you want one that's a white battery with a red LED, and you can get sort of filter coloured cartomizers, then that's great. You know, you can have that. If you want it all silver, you can have that. If you want it all black, you can have that. So you can customise your look of these as well. So all in all, yeah, I think this is a really nice kit, but it's really nice for during the day and when you're at work, and definitely recommend that you get something else for the evening. Either that or you get a third battery. So that's the JacVapour V1P PCC kit from JacVapour.com. Cheers guys, thanks for watching.